Oh yes, welcome once again. Here it is the year 2025 and it is my very first episode. I understand you've been having hope somewhere, somehow. But now here we are in 2025 and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this interesting episode of Flourishing Hub. I hope your year is so far well because we are still at the very start of the year, and make sure you have planned, by the way. And this is why we're even here to tell you some bit of planning so that you do not have unfortunate moments in the year or in the course of the year. So it is very important that you plan accordingly this your year 2025. My name is Luke Majumba, and this is a Flourishing Hub, of course, a program that is always here centered on empowering the young people. Basically, that is our target audience because we want them to be representable or big people in the future times to come. But also, it is very important to become a young billionaire. Why not? You have the potential, you have the mind. It is just a matter of stepping up. So remember here, our program runs on 4 pillars, one of which is money, of course, how to make money, and also how to make use of the money you have. Some of you get the money and just splash it because you have it. So that is not very acceptable or recommendable. It is important that you have your money and of course be able to plan along with it. You also have a pillar of mentorship here. You can't be there, but of course somehow, somewhere you'd want someone to push you, someone behind you to push you, to encourage you. That is the mentorship we always have here. Also, you must be having a plan in order to achieve something. That is the strategy, something we always have here as part of our pillars. Also, daring you into opportunities is among the opportunities, the pillars we do have here on Flourishing Hub. We are powered by Young and Flourishing, which is a very big and passionate organization that we work together with. And actually, today it is not a surprise that I'm having the founder of Young and Flourishing, Mr. Herbert Sabbiti, to be taking us through the discussion here today. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you and also wish you a wonderful year because this is my first time meeting on air.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year,
Yeah.
and thank you so much. Good afternoon, viewers of Flourishing Hub. Here we are yet another episode in 2025, and I'm very excited. And I know this year is going to be a very great year.
Oh yes,
Yes.
wonderful. So talking of it being a great year, we have already started businesses as young people outside there, or even anyone, not only a young person. I've seen people who start small businesses yet, and then eventually they collapse. You find the business has failed. We don't know if it is planning. We don't know if you need to manage your finances well. But well, today we are going to be discussing about the causes of business failure. What causes those failures in the long run when you start up your business? So it is our topic here, and I would want you to majorly first start by telling us what a business could be, and then also what could these expected failures be. Then later on we join it in the causes.
Okay, a business. What's the definition of business? I can derive it from what is money. Because people start business to get money, but money, the conventional definition of a money is a medium of exchange of goods or services. You provide a good or a service and you get money, and I think that's business. Business is where you start something. That you are solving something, you are solving a need, you are meeting a need, and in return you get something from it. So that's a business. Okay. You can get, in return you can get money, or you can get any other benefits by doing business. Okay. So I think to me that's a simple definition of business. A business is something you do so that you can get a profit, or you can get profit, or you can get another something else that can reward you, another reward. Okay. It can be, for example, someone can offer a service and get like a plot of land. Okay. So it previously money was just like barter trade. I give you a phone, you give me a book. And that's barter trade. So even now, I can offer a service. I have a friend of mine. For him, he identifies a land that has been abandoned. maybe someone who died and he goes to the relatives and sits with them and say, I can survey for you this land, and in exchange you give me a piece of land.
Wow.
So he has done business. Okay. That's why I'm saying that it's not all necessarily about money, but a reward. You do something, you meet a need, and you get a reward.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And now we understand some businesses have even died before they even be born. Like someone has a business in the mind, but it eventually collapses. Or even someone starts up a business and it's just a few days, a few years, a few months, it is gone. What are some of these causes? What is it planning? I don't know. What would be the major cause of this?
There are quite many, over like maybe 200 causes, and some have been written in many books. And my friend Canon Frank Katsime wrote a book about the mistakes business people do. But for me, one of the cause of business failure is the motive. What is your motive of starting a business? Yeah.
So some people start because my neighbor has started.
Or someone,
no
or you have finished campus and you are looking for a job. So you start, because you want to survive, you start a kiosk, you go and start trading in clothes or what. Then when you got a job, you abandon you abandon the business. So it dies. So what is your motive? Is your motive to solve a need? In 2007, we went to Nigeria. By then it was a remote area and there was no clinic. And we started a clinic there, and within first month we had done a break even and made some good profits because there was a need in that area. So what is your motive? Are you solving a challenge? Are you meeting a gap somewhere? Are you bridging the gap somewhere? So actually most people, we start businesses to meet a need. For me, when I see a problem, I see an opportunity to do business. If there is a problem in Chitezi, if there is a problem in Chitezi, then there is a business of getting the land somewhere, and you do a private garbage collection and a dumping site, a private dumping site. Now we are waiting for KCCA to get for us a dumping site. People have nowhere to dump. They are dumping in the lakeside. So if you have had land, you can actually charge. You start your dumping site and you charge. So wherever there is a problem, that's an opportunity to do business. So, but most people's their motives are not clear. Maybe someone wants just to employ the wife. And start a business. So, if really in your mind your business is not to be sustainable for quite a long time, then it will die. If you don't have plan that this business will pass my generation and to the fourth generation, and you don't have that plan, then it will remain small within your reach, and indeed it will die.
Some people like attributing the aspect of finances, like there is no enough money, so the business may not be able to move forward. What message do you have for that specific person?
I agree. I don't want to be like my friends, the motivational speakers, that you need your mind. You start with one feather to get a poultry farm. One feather. Yes, you need money. There are some businesses that need, they are capital intensive. For example, like trading in real estate, very capital intensive. Yeah, but also you need how do I call it? However much you need money, the first capital is your mind. Mm? If I can tell you that I started this business with only 700,000 Uganda shillings, not US dollars, you will agree with me that actually it is just the passion, the motive and the passion to start the business. Yeah. If, by the way, let me also contradict myself. Most people, and I see, I read books, and everyone says that you start a business, you need a passion, you need the passion into that business, you need to know your purpose, and then you go into that purpose. Actually, to me, not sounding controversial, to me, you cannot have your purpose when you are broke. Like you are saying, I have to work within my purpose when you are broke. And the passion, I cannot say, let me start this business because my passion, when you see it is going nowhere. I think you can have passion in anything you do. You can create the passion. The passion is not inborn. It is created, it is in your mind. So, for example, if I say I'm going to real estate, and I was not so much, I didn't know about real estate, but that's why I'm trading now. I developed the passion after engaging into it, after going into it and learning how to do it. So you can, if you want to trade in fish or poultry or what, let it be, let that something in your mind, in your heart, give you the passion to concentrate and do that business. So it's not about that I have a passion for this, that's where I should go. No, you can have passion. Passion is not inborn, it's created. You can create a passion in a business you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What role does financial management also play?
Yeah,
Either sustaining or
so
failing
much.
a business.
Finance is the lifeblood of a business. Finance is the lifeblood of business. So if you cannot manage your finances very well, and I call record keeping. You start a business, and you need to record every expense, every income. Very simple, inflows and outflows, and also manage the expenses, because there are many outflows that will come in, and for you think that it's little money. For example, 2,000, 5,000, what? If you combine it at the end of the year, you find you have wasted a lot of money. So if you cannot manage the cash flows very well, then you will, the business will definitely die. And I can also, in line with that, I can also say that you need to meet the statutory obligations. The statutory obligations, have you paid trading license? So that KCCA or other councils will not come and close you. How about the taxman? You are like, you need to do tax planning. And by the way, I started businesses when I had not planned for taxes. Then the taxman came in and gave me administrative costs of 38 million. I've never gotten 38 million in my life. Another administrative cost was around 70 million. I thought I was dead because I failed to plan very well. I learned from my mistake, but you don't need to make that mistake. If you have a team, you know that you need to be in good books with URA, because that team, they are counting for them. They know that you are working, whether you are working or not. You are supposed to report. As we do financial reportings to our stakeholders, directors or what, you also need to report every month and at the end of the year to URA. Please, I made this loss, this year, maybe you can share this. So you report very well. And by the way, when you are tax compliant, you find actually, most people think that the cause of business failure is tax burden, that burden is taxation. But when you do tax planning very well, and your books records are very well documented, yeah, a taxman has no problem. If you report a loss and your books really clearly show that you made a loss, yeah, then it is a loss. When they come to your office, you show them the documents. But if you have no documentation, then the taxman will also kill the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and now, let's also talk about market research, because you find someone putting a market, putting a business of, let's say, Chikomando in Kololo. What does this market research and also knowing your target audience? You know, people just start businesses because they have the intention, goodwill intention, but they fail to locate it strategically where its customers can be.
Really, that one is a given. If you want to do business, you need to do a simple research. You need to know your target audience. There is a friend of mine who started a restaurant. I went to visit him, and when I checked the restaurant where it was located, I told him I had gone with my wife. I told my wife I don't need to be a prophet to tell him that he will not manage to pay another rent. Because it was in Najanankumbi and inside within the residential premises. How can you start a restaurant in a remote area and within a residential premises? And indeed, he couldn't manage to pay another rent. He had paid 3 months. After 3 months, he closed the business. So, location is very, very important when you are starting a business. You know what kind of product I'm giving, or what kind of service, and people who are my target audience. What do they like? How is the pricing? Because you might price it, highly, yet your target audience is 1 inch, the commoners. Or you might have a high quality product and you price it wrongly and people perceive it that it is a fake product. Imagine having an iPhone and you price it at 1 million or 2, people might think iPhone has gone to dogs. Yeah, so people perceive price with quality. So you need to know what kind of product or service and how you can price it. Yeah.
And how about innovation?
Innovation, there is innovation and traditions, maintaining the core purpose of your business. For example, if I start Ridgeline, and every time the advance of technology and advancement of technology, you need to always innovate, get new ideas, but maintain with the purpose of the business, that core purpose of the business. In this world, if you are not up to innovation, you will die. Like Kodok, when these canons and they came, they digital for them, they maintained their. So motivation, innovation is very important in any business, and now any business has to go into an application to ease the way you manage the businesses, and also the clients, the clientele, how the clients are approaching you, even managing the cash flow, your cash and what. You use the application, so use technology. So innovation is a must in a business.
Okay. Now, when you talk of innovation, I'm driven back to my place where I stay. The place is developing very highly, but there is this one shop, I grew up seeing it there, and it is still in its state. What does the power to adopt to new changes also contributes to, because you see all buildings are being elevated, but this one, this is the owner of the building and is the owner of the shop, but it is still in its state. You see there is a total mess in this. What does adopting to new technologies or new innovations play in sustaining a business?
Of course, it plays so much, and if you are so conservative, there are most businesses that have remained conservative, they have died. So you have to go with the changing, how the world is changing. There is someone I know from secondary in Kabari town. He was a cobra, a shoe cobra. They call them cobra. Yes. Up to now, where he was, that's why he's
Still same location.
he's still same location. But the experience he has, he would now be making shoes.
Making shoes, exactly.
Would buy some small technology and make shoes. Because if you can repair those shoes for all those years, you can actually adopt and learn a new skill and make shoes. So if you don't change with the changing technology and the environment, then you are left out. Yeah.
Now in this case, I want us to stick to that particular example. Where could be the problem? Is it a matter of you as a person, or things are not working out for you?
Yes.
Because you can't be on something for all those years.
I remember my first time, the motive of starting a business. If you still think it is it is my business, and you have not, if you don't learn, if you don't upgrade your skill, you will die. So that person remains in the old age, and he has not trained the children. He has not gotten partners into the business, because he thinks that it is my business, and you will be in that comfortable position. Yeah.
Okay. And now, I think it also hits back to the purpose, because we also have the same person. For him, his is to mend your shoe, give him 500, and he goes ahead and buys
an alcohol, a drink.
So I think it's also a matter of stepping up, because if your purpose of starting a business is to do this, then that is where you're going to stay.
You have reminded me, a motivational speaker and a business consultant went to one of the lakes and told them that you guys, you can, instead of fishing, and selling and drinking, you invest and buy plots and buy bonds, buy other businesses, and then afterwards, when you retire, then they asked him, when you retire, where do you go? For holiday, and even you go for fishing. But that's what we are doing. For us, we are ready. So someone can be so. They have
mind
reached,
is very locked.
Yes, they have reached where for you are striving to go, and you are advising them. So someone is already comfortable with getting that money. Drinks alcohol and goes.
And they are very excited. Mostly the people who do sand mining and the people who do fishing. They have a lot of money every time they are from the lakes, but the next morning you'll be as plain as
because
nothing.
they know that they will go back and fish and get money. So, yeah.
That is really, really unfortunate. But well, the discussion is still going on. We're just going in for a very short break. Please stay on as we continue to navigate through the causes of business failure.